Once upon a time, near a small town, there stood an old and abandoned asylum. The asylum had served as a hospital years ago, but it had a dark and mysterious past. Our story begins one night when a group of curious kids gathered outside the asylum's door. They had heard the stories about the asylum and had mustered up the courage to explore it. With flashlights in hand, they ventured inside. At first, the hallways were eerily quiet, with only the faint sounds of the wind outside. But after a while, strange things began to happen. Doors opened and closed on their own. Footsteps echoed in the corridors, and suspicious shadows danced on the walls. As the group reached a room, they found a pale figure on an old hospital bed, weeping in a disturbing manner. The kids watched in shock as the figure suddenly vanished, and the room's door slammed shut, locking them in. There was no turning back now, and the kids frantically searched for an escape. More bizarre occurrences took place inside the asylum. Invisible hands seemed to draw on the walls and rustle things, and shadows appeared to move. Eventually, the group decided to descend into the asylum's basement. But when they got there, they encountered an even more horrifying surprise in the basement. They discovered traces of gruesome experiments from the past, and the cries of the patients seemed to still echo within these walls. The kids were now trapped by the ghosts of the asylum, famous for its dark history, but they found a way to escape. Working together, they managed to unlock the asylum's door and fled the sinister building. Back in their town, they pretended as if nothing had happened. But they could never forget the terrifying memories of that night, and the old asylum with its dark secrets still stood there, waiting for new victims.